This is a video intended for Bonnie Stett. Well, Bonnie, I can't believe it, but Lulu won the 3-star long at Bromont. Initially, mate, I went up there hoping we'd just finish, and then she got colic the night before dressage, and then I was hoping we'd just be able to start the dressage, and then it poured with rain for about 4 days straight, and oh God, I hope we can get around this cross country. And all the challenges that we were faced, Lulu just stood up and went fantastic, mate. She was the best dressage test we've done. She was absolutely brilliant in the cross country, and then came out, show jumped like a champ, and looks like she's come through the event unscathed. So can't tell you how happy I am with her. So anyway, just to relive our week, we got there, and this is the dressage test, which was Thursday morning. Wednesday night, just as we were about to head home, she started colicking. So we walked her and hand walked her, got the vet out, and poor old Lulu was a bit sick, and she finally came good about midnight. So I had to ride her about 9:30 at night just to see if I can get her tummy working. I think she got the colic from the really rich green grass that was up there at Bromont. She's a tough girl though. Next morning I got out there, rode her a little bit before the test, and she fell to me in bucks, and then went out there and did our very, very best ever dressage test. Obviously there's still a little bit of improvement to go. The trot work was really good. The canter work, she was a little bit green in, especially the canter, walk canter. She got them well, but she was a little bit sort of wriggly through the transitions. But as I've always said, she's horrible. Well, not horrible. She's hot and frisky to ride at the pine tops where it's cold and you pull her off the trailer and try and get her a dressage test. But here at Bromont, we got there on Tuesday, and we had 2 full days of riding to get her relaxed. And the big thing also, Bonnie, is Silver really got involved with Lulu the last 2 months. She has fallen in love with Lulu, which has been really good for me. And Lulu's dressage has really, really improved since the German wife's been on top schooling away. I think the best is still to come. Like, she is starting to really move, and I don't know, like, part of her being hot and nervous is she doesn't quite understand the trickier movements, and now she is starting to get it, the shoulder ends, the half pass, the simple changes and whatnot. So yeah, and like I said before, it was wet. It was raining, and on cross country, unfortunately we've only got little bits and pieces of the cross country for the video here, but the ground was muddy and wet and holding, and Lulu dug deep, and she was pretty tired at the end, but she was a good girl. I think the next part of the test is our greenest, where she sort of goes from canter and has trouble sort of taking a few honest walk steps. I managed to fudge my way through it. Had to ride that one pretty tactfully. I have to say, Lulu's carefulness in the show jumping really shone on Sunday. We were actually in 3rd place going into the show jumping, and the 2 horses ahead of us were top horses, and luckily for us they both had a rail down, and Lulu's such a careful jumper. I even made a little bit of a mistake on the last line and added 1 too many strides, but having an ultra careful horse like Lulu was really handy. So I think we'll give Lulu a well-deserved rest here, mate. We'll give her probably 3 weeks off. I'll get Peter Blauner to come over and check her over. I feel like she's unharmed after the event, but it'd be good just to double check her. And then I think we should keep her at this level for the rest of the year. She's definitely going to be advanced next year, but I think this year if we just keep her at the 3-star level, and maybe even do another 3-star towards the end, a 3-star long towards the end of the year, maybe even at Fair Hill, which would be another big test for her. She was brave the whole course. She was a good girl. This is towards the end of the course. This is quite a difficult line that caused some trouble, and Lulu just pricks her ears and digs deep and fights for us. Lulu in the show jumping on Sunday, and it was very, very hard to get a clear round, and it was quite a big open course, sort of good in a way for Lulu. I could sort of get her galloping along. Peter Wild was there helping me warm up and walk the course, and had a great warm up with her, and yeah, she really went in there and tried hard. Quite a long one stride for her. It's funny, like for a long time she's been a little bit spooky and wary, and now she's gotten slightly braver and kept her sort of carefulness, which is great. She's actually quite easy to ride fast on, just because she sort of backs up at the jump by herself. So anyway, Bonnie, I can't tell you how pleased I am, relieved. Not only we finished, but we won the thing. It's a huge accomplishment, and no, it hasn't been complete smooth sailing with Lulu, and I appreciate you hanging in there and kept going with her. So I think the best is still to come.